Hello everyone, just wanted to give an update on the reef aquariums here. I know I promised that I'd do a part 2 of the Apex Junior, how I have it configured on here. Um, I just really haven't had a chance to go down and go through all those settings. But I did want to give an update on this though, because there has been quite a few changes, and I wanted to kind of keep up on the changes myself. One of them is went ahead and replaced the last of the smaller circulating pumps. This one's a Toons 6045. Has an adjustable flow rate there on the top. If you can kind of see it there, it's kind of covered in algae now, that little blue knob there at the top. So it's set about halfway, and it's doing a decent job there. You can kind of see the flow rate of it there. Then the other large one that I had sitting there, I moved down here. I'm getting a lot of algae buildup down here, and I think a lot of debris is building up back behind there. So I kind of put the other big one there to keep the flow rate going pretty good back here. Now, one thing I will say about this new Tons 6045, the magnet that comes with it is fairly weak on the larger aquariums with the thicker glass. You'd bump it, it would pretty much knock its orientation out. I was kind of afraid the fish would bump into it and knock it upward and have water squirting out over the top there. So they do offer a extension magnet to strengthen it up, the magnetism up. They want about $25 for it. So what I did is I went to Lowe's, and they actually have a package of 2 rectangular magnets that fit perfectly on the outer magnet there for $4. And the only thing is you're just not getting the nice enclosed plastic around them, but that's okay. It's doing its job to definitely strengthen it up. Now that's fairly secure there. The other changes in here is I did go ahead and get rid of the silver fox vase. The reason why, I just felt it was a little too large for this aquarium. It was a pretty decent size. Just was kind of bumping in the corals a lot, knocking over the frags, so just traded him in. And got a couple nice frags, gold hammer there, and another gold hammer right down there between all those hammers, which by the way, those hammers are doing excellent. Then couple other this pink or peach frog spawn down there, and another like a reddish colored maze brain. The glare here is really killing that, so you may not be able to see it. And if you'll notice over here, the bird's nest is gone. It ended up turning completely white. Not sure why. Not sure if the radions are too intense, so I went ahead and turned them down. Now the max is only about 75%. Versus the 90% I had it as max intensity. So we'll see how they do now. Still, the other SPSs are doing fair. Not doing as well as I'd like. I actually lost one of my chalices there. If you can kind of see that, that was really a shame. That was doing quite well. Not quite sure what happened there, but you can see it's all just receding back. It's just about gone now. I was hoping it would snap out of it, but doesn't look good for it at all. And now it's embedded itself on that rock there quite securely, so I tried to pull it off, but without taking that rock out, I didn't want to mess with it. And the other fish I removed out of here was the Aptasia eating filefish. Unfortunately, I started seeing it nipping at some of my frags. Right there, that little maze brain down there, if you kind of see around the outer edge, I caught it nipping on it. I also lost 2 of my acans, the smaller ones. One was like this green one here. It's not in here anymore because I'm pretty sure it ate it up. Just one day it was looking good. The next day I came, it was just nothing but skeletons. So I'm pretty sure the filefish probably did that. So right now he's in the quarantine tank. I may put him in my 40-gallon. I just haven't decided yet. And then also to kind of help fight the nutrients in here, kind of show you what I have under the hood here, so to speak. I run this off of 2 canister filters. The Aquatop 300, there's one there, and here's the other one here. And what I did is I bought a reactor from a bulk reef supply, and I linked it into this guy here. So I got the output going into the input of that, then of course the out of that going back up to the return going back to the aquarium. And you can kind of see I got the media in there. It's just a nice steady tumbling, not really very aggressive, because the aggressive tumbling will cause that to actually break down and turn more into dust. So it's just enough to keep it up and running. So I'm hoping that'll help out with the nutrients. And this way here I can change this a lot easier instead of having to break out down the canister filters all the time, which gets to be a pain in the butt. That's the only one disadvantage of them. Pretty much got to pull them out of there, take them apart and clean them. I do that about every 2 months. I rotate them so that I don't have to do them both at once. Other than that, they're doing okay, but I'm really considering getting a sump under here to help make the maintenance a little easier. I'm thinking about taking one of my older aquariums and building one, which I'm actually in the process of it now, just the early stages of it. But I think that'll help me out as far as keeping the media changed a little quicker. That's all I really have though on here. Now I'll show you the update on the 40 gallon. Okay, here I am at the 40 gallon Reef. So this guy's been fallow for over roughly about 85 days. So I went ahead and put some fish in it now, and the cold tang is in there, doing quite well. And they've actually been here 3 weeks. I'm a little behind on definitely keeping this updated. Then I have the Royal Grama, but he likes to hide down under there. Then there's the tomato clowns in here. There's the Royal Grama right back there. Tang just chased him away. But so far so good. Like I said, these guys been here roughly 3 weeks and no sign of ick whatsoever. There's the tomato clown back there. You can see its reflection there. But everything else is doing fine in here too. One thing I would like to mention though, the sea fan there. I had to lay it on the side like that. I have a piece of fishing string around that frag plug there. Did some research on them. What happened is the bottom started rotting up and it broke off. The reason why, when these are fragged, you have to be very careful. They're delicate, and you have to actually, they recommend taking a razor blade and gently scraping off the outer skin up high enough to where you apply the glue. But I didn't want to risk that. Afraid I'd scrape it too hard or something. So the other recommendation was to do this here, just lay it on its side, wrap some fishing string around it, and then it'll eventually start growing back up. And so far it's actually doing great. It's been this way for at least a couple weeks now. No signs of stress anymore, and the black rotting has actually went away, so I'm pleased about that. But all the other corals are doing about the same in here, and hoping to get some more fish in here. Actually have some quarantine. They got about 2 more weeks left in the quarantine, and I'll show you what I have in there real quick. Okay, here's the quarantine tank. I'm trying another flame angel. I'm not giving up on these guys. Just had a string of bad luck with the last couple of them, but this one here is doing really well. And there's a wrasse there, the clown wrasse. And there's another type of tomato clown back there. That one there is what's called a blue-lined tomato clown. Then there you'll see my Aptasia guy. And if you'll see, when I went to catch him with the net, you'll see there a piece got stuck on his bottom fin. So I had to cut around it as best I could. So I'm hoping that'll fall off. But I'll probably put him in the 40 gallon for a while and keep an eye on him. But if not, I may have to just trade this guy in. Then there's that clownfish, really neat looking guy there. They call it, I could show you why they call it the blue line if it come out, but he's being kind of camera shy. But these guys got about 2 more weeks in it. They're in the, starting tomorrow, they start the 2 weeks of copper. And after that I can release them. There he is right there. Well, he's not going to stay out. But that's all I have, and I just want to thank you for watching another video.